It's the 8th day in a new year. Good morning and welcome to the midweek edition of the program. I'm Harriet Agbinyi. In continuation of our outlook for the year, our focus for today is on the macro economy. Now, recently, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry released its economic and business outlook for the year and maintained that the economy will be marked largely by macroeconomic and investment climate conditions that prevailed in 2013. Now, according to them, GDP growth will remain strong at over 6% relative to global average growth of 3.1%, and they expect the positive outlook for the global economy to impact positively on crude oil prices, which could help to sustain the current economic growth momentum. And even though pre-election activities may take its toll on the economy owing to distractions of partisan politics and heightened election spending, the Chamber insists the resilience of the economy will endure. So on today's edition of the program, we will be looking at the 2014 Economic and Business Outlook Report by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Of course, the projected figures therein. I'll be joined on the program by the Director General of the LCCI, Mr. Amudu Yusuf. Well, you can be part of the conversation as well. Send your comments or questions to businessmorning@channelstv.com or my Twitter handle @Harriet Agbinyi. I'd like to thank Sani Ozovehe and Gideon for your comments on yesterday's topic, which was the issue of non-remittance of funds into the Federation account. Although they came in a little late, which is why I didn't read them. And so if you want to be part of today's conversation, send them early so that I can take as many as I can. Well, let's go on the program. Trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian equities market have resumed, but yesterday its bullish spree was sustained. I beg your pardon, was actually sustained and was supported by a 5% gain in the shares of Dangote Cement, which is the most capitalized stock. And Dangote Cement added about 11 naira to its share price to lead 13 other equities that appreciated on Tuesday. Now, on the flip side, investors gave 47 stocks the cold shoulder. Total, Corn Oil and Owando topped the laggards list. Now, as I said, the key indicators continued uptrend movement, appreciating by 0.72%. The all-share index ended Tuesday's session at 41,806.73 with a market capitalization of 13.37 trillion naira. Well, First Bank of Nigeria Holdings was one of the day's most active stocks with over 78.34 million units traded. Other top traded stocks include Unity Bank, Resort Savings and Loans, NEM Insurance and UBA. And when the closing bell rang, investors had in 6,448 deals exchanged over 417 million units for 6.34 billion naira. Well, Rotimi Fakaejo joins me now on the program live from the Nigerian Stock Exchange via Skype. Good morning, Rotimi, and thank you for joining us. Well, Rotimi, looking beyond the gains recorded by Dangote Cement, we still noticed that activities in the market witnessed sell pressure and profit-taking activities. Is this an indication that the market may turn bearish sometime soon, maybe today?
Well, I think for what we saw yesterday, I think what you've just said may not be far from it. And I think all in all, that is going to be temporary. Because there is basically, for yesterday, we were all seeing the market, viewing the market as actually going to close down until there was a good movement in Dangote Cement. And I think with that, we believe that the gain might now later be supported by other securities. You know fully well for Dangote Cement, as at yesterday, its portion of the total market capitalization is about 29%. And I think at that price, with the company doing an after-tax for 9 months of 151 billion, I believe is strictly something that investors will really need to give attention. And I mean positive attention. And I think the company still has a lot of potential to grow. So basically, for the price that we are seeing it, I believe and the kind of volume and value they're doing in terms of their turnover and bottom line, I think it's really quite commensurate to the price that we are seeing, because I believe the way it's going, we may possibly see the profit after tax close for the audited year 2013 at about 200 billion, and that towards far above every other stock, or even about two other best stocks in the market combined together. So I think for what we saw yesterday, there's every likelihood that there might be possible sustenance.
So you don't think that the continued sell pressure that we saw yesterday, even though the market finished in positive territory, you don't think it will continue today and probably depress the key indicators?
Well, I think if you look at it precisely once again, you will realize that the banking sector stocks were mostly down yesterday, except for I think about two of them. I think maybe possibly UBA and Diamond Bank. For several other stocks, especially Zenith Bank, they lost substantially. And I think the banking sector stocks was more of the stocks that actually contributed to the bearish trend that we saw yesterday. Then I think another stock to take a critical look at would be Owando. Owando, at the close of the year, traded at about 24 naira, and maybe early in the year it got to as high as about 26, 27. And I think thereafter we started seeing the stock coming down. But the selling spree, the selling pressure on Owando may be subsiding today, and I think it may likely go same way for some other stocks. But definitely the kind of selling pressure that we saw yesterday may not really be sustained today. So invariably we may see the market trading level, and a few other securities that have been using, they now come to the others to the beginner's chart.
So did any stocks start an unusual trend yesterday?
Well, I think the only one that stands unusually yesterday was Dangote Cement, because the price moved up by almost 5%, and at the same time there wasn't much volume traded. Although as at the close of market there wasn't much supply coming for that stock, and that really tells a lot, and it goes a long way to tell what may actually come up today. I think that was just about the only stock that proved an unusual trend yesterday.
So are there any equities that will probably experience a price correction soon, or is it too soon to expect that?
Well, I think for a few of them, I don't really think there is anyone that is actually trading at a price that needs to be corrected. I think if people are looking at Dangote Cement as having gone so high that it needs to be corrected, I think that may not happen soon. And I think several other stocks whose prices have really been battered may be at the verge of having a turnaround. And I think a stock like FO, maybe giving it 1 or 2 days, we may likely see it turning the other way. It has traded as high as 116 naira. It traded as high as 116 naira last year, and I think it closed the year at below 100. And I think it may just be on the verge of going the other direction now, that is upwards, because at least they've given a promise that they're going to, for what it was last year, they triple their audited, in the audited report, that they triple their profit comparative to what we saw in the year 2012, and at the same time they'll be paying dividend for a very long time. So I think for such a stock, we may be seeing a price correction in the upward trend.
Well, thank you so much, Rotimi, for speaking with us this morning on the program. Do have a profitable trading day.
Thank you.
Well, I've been speaking with Rotimi Fakejo live from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. He joined me live on the program via Skype, and we've been taking a look at how trading fared yesterday on Customs Street. Well,